Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, Scott Stoner here. It's the award show. End of the year awards. Made it to the end again, another year. It's been great growth here on the podcast. A lot of new followers, a lot of new listeners, a lot of new subscribers, and honestly, a lot of new content. We've gotten to talk to a lot of great new people this year. We've had a lot of fun getting to know folks, getting to know new talent, getting to see all the best of New England. Went up to Maine, talked to a lot of the guys and girls up there, seeing all these new things. Everybody working so hard this year. And, to be honest, we'd like to give out some awards. We did it last year via a magazine. We are doing it again this year via a magazine as well. It should be out in around February. Maybe end of January if we can get it fast enough. But it will have all these awards in there as well. But let's get down to giving out some of these, shall we? For promotion of the year, I am giving this award to Focus Pro. They're the unknown secret right now out there in the wrestling world. Just a very entertaining promotion from top to bottom. Many different guys and girls. You're getting people in from Jersey and Philly. You're getting people from local areas here. You're getting people from all over clashing. I really got turned on to them when I saw people like Stan Styles out there. There's a guy that I always wanted to see out, and he was always out in H2O Center, Jersey, doing the IGB thing and other matches. You never see him around here locally. Till May, when I saw him out at the Widowmaker, and I've been hooked since. Their main, show of the year, More Money, More Problems 2, was amazing. A lot of great storytelling involved in that promotion. A lot of things done right. This isn't, again, taking away from anybody else. There's a lot of great promotion. New England is filled with them. From Maine to Jersey, there is great wrestling in this area. Everybody has worked hard. Everybody does great. But, that really has stood out to me. Every show is right now is Focus Pro. Congratulations to you. Promoter of the Year. I am giving this one to Mr. Randy Carver Jr. What he was able to accomplish with Limitless Wrestling. What he was able to accomplish with Vacation Land Cup. Building up champions. Building it up Channing Thomas to the point that, he was really world class. He felt world class. What they did with Bufa. All that storytelling, amazing work. Randy is succeed, and just keeping things fresh. I mean, already we got Matt Cardona versus Desmond Cole coming up in Herman. You're gonna have, Channing Thomas rematch coming up a week later in Yarmouth because Channing won the first ever Limitless Rumble. A lot of great just storytelling. Limitless, top tier promotion. Another one to really keep eyes on. So many great IWTV promotions. They really are. That are out there, really just representing what indie wrestling is. It's great to see. I've been to a lot of shows this year. I've seen a lot of great companies. And, 24 was a boom year for wrestling. I feel a lot of great shows. Like I said, I went to, Proving Ground a lot. I saw a lot of their great matches. One of my favorites out there, Stephen Lust, taking the title and running with it. And having a great match with Chase Del Monte, another person in this industry that's just really has a name to it, and puts out, through Chaotic and through New England Pro Wrestling Academy, puts out a lot of great wrestlers. But again, something about some of these Limitless matches, and again, what they accomplished in Vacation Land Cup, which also gives it to the show of the year, which was Vacation Land Cup. There was no other indie show to that magnitude that was put on. What they accomplished in the Colisee, what they brought in for people, the fans, how many fans, and it felt like a larger than life fight. It felt like I was at a WWE house show. It was spectacular. I don't know if anybody can top that. I don't know if anybody will top that. Maybe they will. Maybe one day we'll see indie wrestling at Madison Square Garden. Who knows how big it's going to get? On the scene because is a demand for it and people are growing with it. You know, it's been an amazing I said the year for wrestling. A lot of great shows. I was at the Luau by Blitzkrieg, another great promotion. They had great matches on that one too. And we got to see probably the if I didn't put this in as a category, but if I was going to do surprise of the year, it would have been the return of Dijak at that Blitzkrieg Luau. He showed up day after his WWE contract expired and just cleaned house. And that, was a great moment. The whole show was really good. That main event too. CPA taking the title from TJ Crawford. What a moment for CPA. He's another rising star in New England, just doing great things and great storytelling. Match of the year has to go for me. This one's really hard because there's been so many great matches. I've watched so many. Like I just told you, Chase Del Monte versus Stephen Loss definitely up there. Um, even the Brian Bayside versus Tremont match to me was very entertaining. We saw a great match in NCW with Johnny Pierce taking on Mike Montero and Stephen Luss coming back. We have seen all these, but I have to give the match of the year to AG and Channing Thomas. They will get it. That match at Vacation Land Cup can't compare. A runner-up close would be AG versus Dijak. That was secondary, but that match just kept me on the edge of my seat. I honestly didn't know who was going to win because there was a chance, that AG could become three-time Limitless World Champion. We didn't know. I see Luca, your boy is here. What is happening? End of the year awards. You want to say hi to the people? Okay.
I really don't know how to say it.
I
really don't.
But you do. You're good at it. You've been playing games this year. You've been doing a lot of games in the fridge. I don't know. I'm gonna look.
Bye, guys.
Okay, there he is. Look at your boy. But yeah, that match against AG and Shane just kept me on the edge of my seat. I honestly didn't know who was going to take it home. I watched it very anticipating. Me being a Chan Thomas fan, obviously I want him to retain, but AG too. I'm a big fan of his. He's somebody that I really followed for a while and doing great things, coming back and forth. From Japan, bringing that knowledge, coming back and forth. Same thing with like Rip Bison and those guys. Going to Japan, bringing it back and forth. We talked a little bit with Randy with that, the crossovers and stuff. Amazing. Amazing. But yes, that would be my match of the year. The rising star of the year. And this was someone I told people to look out for last year. And honestly, they've succeeded, I think. And that is Diego Alvarez. This kid is just crushing it out there right now. He just made his Limitless debut, speaking of, in the Rumble. He captured gold locally in BWA at Beantown Wrestling Alliance, beating Steve Beck to become the champion there. And, we've seen him do great work in NCW and other promotions across New England. He's also a very, him and Lex Lozano is a tag team, Guapa Suave. They do great tag action. That's where I first saw him and Let Wrestle out there in Maine. We went there this year too, way out there. We went to a lot of wrestling this year, a lot of new places, a lot of old places. Still got places to go though. I definitely want to check out, Cindy Hart's promotion out there in the Connecticut area, and I want to check out MPW out in Maine in this coming year. I mean, those are two promotions that are rising up and really making names for themselves in different parts of New England, and both deserve to be looked at. Female wrestler of the year is undoubtedly your homie, the Nomi, Gabby Forts, are just killing it out there. Becker has made her return. She is looking great. These two are actually going to collide in Herman, Maine. Um, Becker also working against AG tomorrow at at Heavy Lies the Crown. But Gabby Ford's a just unbelievable wrestler. In person, very nice person. We had her on the shows. Yeah, we had so many, like I said, great people on the show, but she definitely stuck out. And she is doing great, great things. Coming out of Creative Pro Wrestling, and I would expect even more out of her out of 25. She was my pick for the Vacation Land Cup. I thought she was going to actually take it. Um, I actually thought she was going to take that and beat Channing Thomas, believe it or not, to become the new world champion. Um, and we might see it happen in 25. Who knows? And for me, the champion of the year, this was very hard. Channing Thomas had a great run in Limitless. It's an amazing run. But that's expected from somebody world class. He's a world class superstar. He's had great runs everywhere. The one title run that I really was interested in, really captivated me, was the Tyree Taylor run in Focus Pro. He had an amazing run, faced some great wrestlers, even at the last show, beating Big Boo for Desmond Cole. And then he did lose the title to Manny Arias, who's, a great wrestler, made his, coming back off injury, doing great things. He's another person to keep an eye out on. Definitely, normally you see him in a tagged up with, you know, um, in the neighborhood, but singly, he's doing also wonders. I know he holds gold elsewhere too, Atlantic Pro. Same thing, another person to watch out for this year coming in, gonna be Big Country Jason Maverick. He's holding gold over there too at APW, and he's another one. We went to APW this year too, which is another place that we were trying to get to. So another new show. But Jason Maverick, another someone on the map that's gonna be going places, I think, in 25. A lot of wrestlers out there. A lot of great wrestlers too out there. We're in a really good spot right now with the WWE ID going. Get a lot of guys and girls getting picked up that way, and it's driving everybody, I think, to work harder, look better, do better, be better. I've seen some of the, like I said, best matches, best quality shows, best storytelling this year. It's really an amazement what the industry is at right now. And let's see. Baron Hush, yes, you are gonna get the most hated fan award. Now, I don't know why you're the most hated fan, but we're gonna go with it. You say you're the most hated fan, and I'm gonna give you that award. But he doesn't do anything wrong, honestly. He's a great support at Limitless Wrestling. We've had him on the show this year as well. And I guess if we're gonna give out those fan awards, we're gonna give out the best. Well, if we're gonna do the most hated fan, we got to do the most loved fan, and that will be Greg, the sign guy. Here's someone that comes out and always has just the most amazing, greatest signs. We had him on the show as well this year. He came out in studio, brought me the coolest cupcakes with my logo on it, everything to the nines. You always see him at the shows. He has the big signs. He puts some work into it. A runner up would be the sign guy in Maine. He did amazing work. I believe he retired this year for a little bit. But between those two, it brings back the nostalgia of sign making. But yes, Baron, you do get your award from most hated fan in pro wrestling. There you go. But yeah, I like to give out these awards. I do watch a lot of wrestling. Probably not as much as I should. There's even more I could be watching. And in 25, we will strive to watch even more. But there's only so many, so much time. But again, a lot of great promotions, a lot of great people coming out. We talked a lot with this year, again, MPW making a rise up in Maine, and just really, they're coming up this year on their 1 year anniversary show. Their first show involved Tatanka, and that was really something special. We saw BWA grow, a promotion I actually got to work for and commentate for. And that was fun too. That's Beantown Wrestling Alliance out of Revere. That had a lot of great matches. Again, we saw Diego Alvarez capture gold there. We saw Channing Thomas. A great matchup, honestly, there. one of my favorite and most underrated matches, and the reason I didn't put on a list is I don't think anybody recorded it in its entirety, would be the Bobby Ocean versus Bo Douglas match. That match was, pound for pound, one of the greatest matches ever witnessed this year. Heavy hitting, just great storytelling, great fighting. Really enjoyed it. I wish there was more video of it. But but yeah, we're gonna do this again. Like I said, in written form, it'll all be written out. It'll have some photos and such. It'll be part of the magazine this year. We are going to talk more about Focus Pro and all the IGB shows that they run. Coinciding and things that where we get a lot of just straight up intergender matches, which is always fun. Like the Marcus Mathers versus Notorious Mimi match. Great match. Marcus Mathers, taking the win for that, which a lot of people are shocked over. I guess Notorious Mimi doesn't lose a lot. But Mark is one of the best. I mean, he's WWE ID, right? He's going up against Cruel tomorrow for the IWTV title. He's really been putting, some work in, facing a lot of different people and a lot of different promotions to be the best. What they say, to be the best, you got to beat the best, and he's been just doing that indeed. So again, a lot of great wrestling in 24. I can't wait to see what 25 holds. A lot of great promotions too to check out, and old ones coming back. I mean, you got great, still stuff going on at Chaotic, Rad Pro, Limitless, Beyond, Focus Pro, NCW, Proving Ground, Atlantic Pro, RWA, like Fight Life, and so many more. I can't remember them all. But again, wanting to check out even more like MPW, Eastern Mountain Wrestling, going up to Vermont, checking out more of the Vermont scene. Want to get out there, add even more. But again, this has been a special episode, closing the year off before we get into season 4 of the VSW podcast. Again, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Beantown Wrestling Alliance and Traffics, for sponsoring season 3. It's been a great help. We always appreciate the help and sponsors. It helps cover upkeep and cost of software and such. And you guys have been great partners. So again, thank you for that. Beantown Wrestling Alliance and Traffic Sound. You check both of them out. They're online. Beantown's all over social media, Facebook, Trapbook. Traffics, I believe, just has a website. I found them through doing music, and they were interested. So cool deal, cool deal. But like I said, 24 has been a great year, and 25, it's gonna even be better. I feel it. And there's one more award I'd like to give out, and this was my favorite interview of the year. I have to say, one of the most. Well, actually, there's 2 more awards. Sorry, folks. We'll get into the last one second. But the other award, my favorite interview of the year, and that had to be with the one and only Sexy Eddie. I really enjoyed the Sexy Eddie interview. I thought he was hilarious. Different characters, some I didn't talk to, out of Canada. It was an adult orientated, kind of interview. And it was interesting. But we talked again, like I said, a lot of people this year. We talked to Stan Styles. That was another one of my favorite interviews, talking to him, and so many others too. We talked to Deathmatch Wrestling. We talked to people up in Maine. We talked to Randy Carver Jr. himself. Had him on. Finally, after years, I feel like I finally got him on. So, we talked to Brett Ryan Gosling. We talked to Channing Thomas with Sydney Bacabella. That's another one. If Bacabella just alone talking is great. But when you get the both of them, amazing, amazing conversations, stories, everything. Great interviews. I mean, it's really hard to pick a lot, but the Sexy Eddie one just was very interesting. I didn't even think I was going to land it. So I'm really humble that I actually got that one. But yeah, 25, same thing. We're going after, interviews, looking at people, checking out talent across this, area, and really just having, good time in indie wrestling. Keeping it positive, keeping the limelight. I know there's a lot of stuff that happens that isn't that good, and there's platforms for that as well. But the VSW podcast has never been one of those platforms. It's always been a platform for positivity, spotlighting, showcasing, explaining, talking about, why should you go see indie wrestling? What makes it so special? What makes it so much different than, national TV wrestling or, something else? That's the passion of indie wrestling. There's a special quality to it, whether it be the intimacy of the arena and getting to know the wrestlers, or it be just the way that the stories are told. Because it's not weekly; it is by month, so you have a little bit different of a feel to it. There's a lot though, and we're going to continue doing that here at the VSW podcast. Also, people that are wondering, the 2024 Cruising for a Bruising Champion, as the Rodfather Rodney Bear defended his title against Cluck the Clown. Cluck the Clown came out victorious in most views. He is now the reigning Cruising for a Bruising champion. We will talk more about that in the beginning of the year, what that means, what it entails, and what happens with it. But that's something else, we were starting to do. And also, also, we were gonna have more competitors, but we figured let's just keep it to Kansas for one-on-one. We were gonna do a tournament again like we did before. I figured that wouldn't be fair to the champion. Let's just put it one-on-one. And so we're gonna do that again with Clark. He will have an opponent to go up against and see if they can outdraw him in interviews. But he did really good. Excellent. But yeah, like I said, 24 wild year for wrestling. Tell me and leave me comments. What were some of your favorite moments? Favorite wrestlers, favorite matches, favorite people, surprises. I mean, like we had, like I said, a lot of surprises. I mean, when Dijak came back, that whole room just went. They popped. They went crazy. Becca returning now is another great thing to see. She came back actually a month early at Limitless and got a nice warm welcome. We saw her doing her pop thing and music thing all year round. Now she's back in the wrestling world doing wrestling things. Um, but yeah, let me know. Let me know what you like. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what promotions you check out in 25. Leave some comments. Let me know. Hope everybody has, though, a happy new year. We'll be back next Monday with some fresh content and an all new season. Versace Stoner out.